Hello everyone. Welcome to the next continuation on the topic time series. And this is presented by Shantala Kulkarni, Department of Statistics, Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science, Belgavi. So in the previous class, we did an example on least squares method. So least square method is nothing but one method to calculate secular trend. So there are actually four methods. Again, I am repeating. The first one is a graphical method. The second is a semi-averages method. The third is a moving averages method. And the fourth is a least squares method. And from the examination point of view, you will be getting a question on moving averages, 5 marks. And least squares method, you may get a 5-mark question and sometimes it can become even a 10-mark question. It depends on the data. If the data is too large, most of the time the parabolic type is a 10-mark question. So we have already solved an example on the same. Today we will solve one more example on the same and see how to become perfect or make the things more simpler and easier. Now what is the question here? Fit a straight line trend equation of the form y is equal to a plus bx for the following data. Find the trend values and estimate for 2020. Now see, the 10-mark question starts from question number 37, 38 and 39. Already you have a 10-mark question on vital statistics. You have a 10-mark question on index numbers. So if you are perfect in vital and index, then no need to solve a question on 10 marks, because solving an example on vital statistics and index number is much easier compared to solving an example on time series, because it involves too much of calculation and it is time consuming. So smart choosing questions is very much important. This is my suggestion. The choice is yours, of course, children. So what is the question and what is the data here? We have to calculate the trend values and also we have to estimate the value for 2020. The year starts from 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and the values are 10, 14, 12, 20, 25, 22 and 30. So what is this? Here the number of time points n is equal to 7. It is an odd number. Therefore assign 0 to the middle most time value or time value or time point and write down the remaining values of x such that summation x is equal to 0. See, in fact, what I was trying to tell you all is, if the number of observations or if the number of time years is odd, always start the middle year. This is the middle year. You are going to start with 0 and -1, -2, -3 upward, and then below 1, 2, 3. This is how it should go, for the simple reason that we want this summation x to make 0. And once when we make summation x is equal to 0, the calculation becomes more easy and directly we can find the value of a and the constant b. This is the main intention. So one more example will be solving where the number of observations will be even, and what you have to do there, I will explain that also. Now here in this particular thing, what are the columns? You have year, you have y, that is the value is given to you. This year will change to new x, that is from instead of writing 2013, 14 and all that, you are straight away writing these values. The middlemost value you are taking it as 0, then you take it as -1, -2, -3. Why you are taking this? Because when you subtract 2013 minus 2016, you are getting the answer as -3. This is how the calculation comes. This is -3. 2014 minus 2016 is -2. 2015 minus 2016 is -1, 0. And here the values will be 2017 minus 2016 is 1. Similarly 2 and 3. Then what is the next column you need to make? You need to make the column x square. X square is nothing but -3 into -3 is 9, -2 into -2 is 4, -1 into -1 is 1, then this is 0, this is again 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 2 is 4, 3 into 3 is 9, and summation x square is 28. Now what is the next column? The next column you need to make is x into y. So 10 into minus 3 is going to minus 30. 14 into 14 into minus 2 is going to be minus 28. 12 into minus 1 is going to be minus 12, and this will be 0. 25 into 1 is 25. Then 44. 30 into 3 is 90, and summation xy is going to be 89. These are the tables you have to make. Children, what I want to explain here is, it's very important for you all to know the methodology, how a particular example should be solved. The data can be anything. Now my simple question to you all is, if you solve 10 examples or if you solve 20 example and then you have a chance to solve the 21st example or the 22nd example, and if you don't know how to solve it, then there is no point. So my main, what I'm trying to stress here is, you should know particular example, how it should be solved. Of course, the more number of examples you solve, the more perfect you are going to become. But you can solve the same example again and again and see the methodology how to become perfect. So if a question comes to you all, solve the given data of time series applying straight line equation. So straight line equations, what are the things you have to remember? That is how you should keep in your mind and solve the example. Not only time series, let it be any topic. For that, yes, practice is must. Practice is mandatory. Practice makes a man perfect. Now what values we have got? We have got summation x as 0, summation x square as 28, summation xy is 89. Now what are the normal equations? The normal equations are, how the normal equation is derived? This is our straight line equation, y is equal to a plus bx. Now to this y, I am going to make it as summation y. This a changes to na and b becomes b summation x. This is one equation. The second normal equation will be summation xy a summation x plus b summation x square. There are two constants, so you will be having two normal equations, and it is here the same one. Yes. So these are the two normal equations. Now we are going to substitute these values here. Summation x is equal to 0. So what is the value through the formula? What is the value of a? A is summation y divided by n. And summation y total, how much we have to make the total of summation y also, that is the y column total you have to make. It is here. You have to make total of summation y, that is 133. This is summation y, this particular value here. Yes, this is summation y. You have to make the total, that is 133. So 133 divided by n, that the value of n is time periods is 7, that is 19 answer you get. Similarly, to find the value of b, it's going to be summation xy divided by summation x square. This is equal to 89 divided by 28, that is 3.17. Now we have got the value of a as 19, we got the value of b as 3.17. Okay, then what is the equation? Our equation is, our straight line equation is what? Y cap, when we have to find the trend values, y is equal to, y cap is equal to a plus bx. Let us substitute these values, that is 19 plus 3.17x. This is our straight line equation. Now they have asked us to find the trend values. Trend values means what? For all the different x values. Now how many different x values you have got here? When x is equal to 3, x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. In all of these, in this particular equation, you will be substituting differently all the values of x and calculating the trend values. So they have shown here y is equal to 19 plus 3.17 into minus 3. First you are going to calculate this one. You will be calculating the calculation, how it's going to be. 3.17 into minus 3 plus 19, that will give you 9.47. Then when you put x is equal to minus 2 in the equation, that will be 3.17 into minus 2, that will become minus, that is 19 into minus 3.17 into 2. This will be a minus sign here, and then whatever value you get, you make the calculation, you get it as 12.66. Next one, when you put the value x is equal to minus 1, you substitute, you get it as 15.83. When x is equal to 0, this whole term becomes 0, you straight away get the value as 19. When x is equal to 1, 19 plus 3.17 into 1, that is 22.17. Here it becomes addition. And when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 19 plus 3.17 into 2. Multiply these two, then add to this term, you get the answer as 25.34. Then the last one, when x is equal to 3, 3.17 into 3, you multiply, then add to 19, you get 28.51. These are the trend values. Yes, they have asked these are the trend values. When you get the final equation of this particular equation, you are getting the trend values. This is one part. Now next, they have in the question they have asked estimate for 2020. For 2020, what the value is going to be of x? For 2020, the value is going to be x is equal to 4. So you have to put x is equal to 4 in the same equation, and you are going to calculate the trend value for the year 2020, and that is 19.317 into 4 is equal to 31.68. This is how you solve an example by least square methods to fit a straight line equation or a linear equation. We will see one more example. Fit a straight line trend equation for the given data, obtain trend values, estimate for 2020. Now what is the year here? 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019. Let us check how many observations are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It's an even number. So n is an even number. You need to make a change for the even number. Now what is the note given here? They say that here the number of time points n is equal to 6 is an even number. Therefore assign minus 1 and plus 1 to the mid time points and write down the remaining values of x such that summation x is equal to 0. So what is the meaning of this sentence? They say that these year values you're going to change here and you're going to write it in such a way. The middle values minus 1 plus 1, then minus 3 plus 3, minus 5 and plus 5, so that your summation x is equal to 0. How this particular calculation has come? I want to explain this particular thing to you all. Now this, see, it's an n is an even number, so you don't have a middle value. So what are you going to do? You add these two. You add 2016 plus you add 2017. So what is the answer here? 3 carry over 1, 3, 0 and this is 4033. This is divided by 2. When you divide it by 2, how much you get? Divided by 2, 0, 1, 16.5. You are getting 2016.5. This 2016.5 you are going to subtract. Now see, 2014 minus 2016.5. What is the answer you are getting it? You are getting it as minus 2.5. Now to this minus 2.5 you are going to multiply 2 for the simple reason that we want our calculations to become simple. Now when you are going to multiply minus 2.5 into this, the calculation goes on increasing. This is nothing but an adjustment. You have to understand. So 2014 minus 2016.5 is equal to minus 2.5. When you multiply that into 2, you are getting 5, and this is how the calculation is come. Similarly for the next year, similarly for this one also, 2015, see, 2015 minus 2016.5, the answer is minus 1.5. When you multiply it by 2, you get it 3. This is the main thing. Why I am explaining this concept to you all? Because you should come to know how these minus 5, -3, -1 values have come. Because if I just tell you all, if it is even, you just assign -1 here, +1 here, -3 here, +3 here, -5 here, plus, you will not understand. How those calculations have come, I have shown it to you all. So this is how the calculation is being done. If it is, for example, see these are the continuous values. Sometimes you'll be getting it as 2005 and next it will be 2010. Whatever the calculation, you remember this particular thing. If it is even, you are going to put these values. This is how you are going to put. This is your main thing. You have to keep this in your mind. These things are made simple so that you understand and solve it easily. And if it is odd, you are going to start the middlemost value with 0. So what the values of x become now? -5, -3, 1, +1, 3, 5 and 0. Suppose if there was the next observation, the next value would have been -7. Here it would have been +7. The next value would have been -9 and here it would have been +9. This is you should remember. Now what is the next step? The next step, based on the normal equations, we have to make the columns. This is our x square, means -5 into -5 is going to be 25. -3 into 3 is going to be 9. -1 into -1 is going to be 1. Then here same thing, 1, 9, 25 and the total summation x square is going to be 70. Now the next one, the next column calculation will be x into y. That is 25 into -5 is -125. 15 into -3 is going to -45. 20 into -1 is going to be -20. 18 into 1 is going to be 18. 12 into 3 is going to be 36. 14 into 5 is going to be 70. How is this calculation we are going to do? Add all these minus values. -125, -45, -20, it's going to be 10, carry over 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 1, -190 and add these positive values here. These positive values you are going to add, that is 18 plus, it's going to be 14, carry over 1, 10, 11, 12, 124. So 190, this 24, minus sign is bigger here, it's going to be minus here and the answer is going to be 66. This is summation xy. Now the straight line equation, what is the straight line equation here? Y is equal to a plus bx and our normal equations, we want our normal equations. So in this we are going to substitute. When we make this particular condition summation x is equal to 0, then only we are getting these equations simple. Now this becomes 0, only these two remain, na and summation y. That is what we are writing here. So a is equal to summation y divided by n and summation y is 104 divided by 6, that is 17.33. Similarly from this equation we get the value of b. B is equal to summation xy divided by summation x square and summation xy is -66 divided by 70 is, the answer is -0.94. So our trend equation, what is our trend equation is going to be now? This is our trend equation. Because it's a negative sign, you put a minus sign, so it will become minus. Put the value of A, put the value of B and this is our trend equation. Now in the question they have asked, please find the trend values, means we have to find the trend values for each and every year, means right from that beginning till the end you are going to find the trend values. So when x is equal to -5, you substitute in the same equation, take a calculator, use it and the final trend value is going to be 22.07. When x is equal to -3, the trend value will be 20.15. When x is equal to -1, it will be 18.27. X is equal to 1, 16.39. When x is equal to 3, it's going to be 14.51. X is equal to 5, 12.63. Now the last part, again they have asked to estimate for the year, estimate for the year 2020. And here the corresponding value of x is going to be 7. So substitute in that and you get it as 10.75. Remember children, No doubt we are doing the explanation part, but yes, from your part also, you need to practice the things slowly and steadily to make yourself perfect. Only if the efforts are put sincerely from your side, things are going to be easy. Otherwise, you all know, it's always effort has to be made from the child also. So this is what I'm telling, and I'm sure my children, all the children will do it. So if you're not understanding things, see the videos again and again, slowly and steadily. We have made it simple for you people to understand the concepts and get good marks. So in today's class, I think we have solved an example on straight line equation, and I'm sure that the concepts are made clear to you all. If not, we are always there. If you people have doubts, we are always there to clarify. In the next class, we will see the next methodology using the parabolic equation. So today's class, it's done. Thank you so much.